Hi all, welcome back to my channel. And last day we had a discussion about Herons formula, and you may understood the importance of Herons formula. So as we discussed, actually Herons formula is to calculate area of a triangle, but at the same time, we know one formula: area of a triangle is equal to half into BH. That formula can be used if base and heights are given. If it is not given, that means instead of base and height, if base and heights are there, then no need to think about this Heron's formula. Just apply area of a triangle is equal to half into BH and find out the answer. But if three sides are given, at that kind of situation, maybe half into BH formula will fail. So if three sides are given, there exists a formula for calculating area of triangle that is known as Heron's formula, and it is defined as area of a triangle A is equal to square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, where S stands for semi perimeter. That means S is equal to A plus B plus C by 2. So, and by using that formula, we discussed one problem also. Today we are going to discuss little bit advanced problem. You may think that actually this Heron's formula chapter is very simple, but that doesn't means it is less important. This is very important, and when we take problem, that means if we solve one problem, maybe the difficulty level is comparatively, it is that last problem, it was very easy, isn't it? That means last video we discussed only one question that was very easy, but this problem is little bit difficult. That means when we go to the next problem, the difficulty level may increase. So you are supposed to spend maximum time on this kind of question. So what I prefer is you just solve this kind of question at least thrice and understand the method. Okay, so as I said, today we are going to discuss a little bit standard question, shall we? Okay, so so this question: find the area of a triangle, two sides of which are 8, 11, and perimeter is 32 centimeter. We are supposed to find out the area. Okay, that means this is a little bit difficult question and a little bit different question. So please, please listen carefully. Okay, and after that, after my explanation, you just try to practice the same question thrice. Then only you will get understood the method. So let me explain. Find the area of a triangle. So this is the case of a triangle. Okay, in this triangle, this is a normal triangle. We don't know whether it is right triangle or not, because the question, it is given as triangle. So you just think about a normal triangle. Okay, if it is right triangle, then there will be a specification in the question: this is right triangle, but this is not a right triangle. Okay, this is not just a normal triangle. So let it be some ABC. So let us draw a triangle ABC, normal triangle, and two sides are given. Which are the two sides? 8 and 11. Okay, that means two sides are given. So let BC is equal to 8 and AC is equal to 11. So two sides are given as 8 centimeter and 11 centimeter. This is, see, it is given in the question. Two sides are given, and third side is not given. So let it be some X. And one more information is given, which is the first information given. Two sides are given. Then that means one side is 8 centimeter and second side is 11 centimeter. It is given in the question, 8 and 11. Then third side is not given, so that's why I mentioned it as some X. And which is the next information given? So as I said, two sides are given, 11 and 8 centimeter, and third side is not given, so let's mark it as some X. And one more information is given: perimeter is given as what? 32. So we know that we mentioned three sides as A, B, C, so in A, B, C, A and B is given as 8 centimeter and 11 centimeter. What ABC represents in Heron's formula? ABC represents for sides, no? So if you consider A, B, C are sides, then two sides are given. That means A is given and B is given. C is not given, isn't it? So let's assume C as X, as I marked in the figure. Clear? Okay. Then the next information given is perimeter. Perimeter is given as what? 32. So let me mark the perimeter as 32. See, so you may have a confusion. We need to calculate what? Area of triangle. In order to calculate area of triangle, we need three sides. Anyway, we cannot use half into BH here. Why? Because height is not given. Okay, so half into BH, that equation will fail in this case. So only one possibility is to find use Heron's formula. But in order to use Heron's formula, we need third side. We need three sides. So out of the two side is given, one side is not given. So first aim, in order to calculate the area of this triangle by using Heron's formula, we need three sides. Out of the two side is given. So the first task is we must calculate the third side first. Then only we could calculate the area by using Heron's formula. Are you following me? Yes. So what is this x? That will be the first question. That will be the first task. If you calculate the value of x, then we will have three sides. Then just calculate area by using Heron's formula. Then how to calculate the remaining side? How? One more information is given. Perimeter is given 32. What do you mean by perimeter? Perimeter means sum of all sides. Isn't it? We already discussed in the last video. Perimeter means sum of all sides. That means 8 plus 11 plus this x will be the perimeter. Isn't it? Here perimeter is given as 32. What do you mean by perimeter? Take the sum of all sides, we will get the perimeter. That means perimeter is equal to 32 implies 8 plus 11 plus x is equal to 32, because perimeter means sum of all side. Here sum of all side means 11 plus 8 plus x. So that will be perimeter. That means 11 plus 8 plus x will be what? 32. So 11 plus 8 plus x will be what? 32. Then what is 11 plus 8? 19. So 19 plus x will be what? 32. Then from this equation we can easily calculate the value of x. What will be x? 32 minus 19. What is 32 minus 19? 3, then 1. I think the answer will be 13. So the third side we got it as 13. Now we have all the three sides. Just calculate the area by using Heron's formula. Okay. So as I said, now the first task is over because we calculated all the three sides. Okay, you may understood the question. Now let me explain once again. So it's a triangle. We need to calculate the area of the triangle, but we need three sides in order to calculate area of triangle. Out of the two side is only given. So first task is we must calculate the third side. In order to calculate the third side, they provided one more condition, one more clue, that is perimeter. So perimeter is equal to 32. What do you mean by perimeter? Take the sum of all sides, we will get the perimeter. So 11 plus 8 plus x will be what is perimeter, that is 32. So from this equation we can easily calculate the value of x, and we got the value of x as 13. That means the third side, we got third side now. Now let's calculate what area by using Heron's formula. Then so now we can write like this. We have a is equal to 8, b is equal to 11, and c is equal to 13. Okay, so in order to use Heron's formula, first task is we must calculate the value of s, because in Heron's formula the presence of s is there. So we must calculate the value of s. What will be s? A plus b plus c by 2. What this a plus b plus c stands for? Take the sum. That means 8 plus 11 plus 13. അത് എടുക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. കാരണം എന്താ? എ പ്ലസ് ബി പ്ലസ് സി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പെരിമീറ്റർ അല്ലേ? നമുക്കറിയാമല്ലോ. കാരണം എസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പെരിമീറ്ററിൻ്റെ പകുതിയാണ്, ഹാഫ് ഓഫ് ദ പെരിമീറ്ററാണ്, സെമി പെരിമീറ്ററാണ് എസ്. സോ എ പ്ലസ് ബി പ്ലസ് സി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പെരിമീറ്ററാണ്. ആ പെരിമീറ്റർ 32 എന്ന് ഓൾറെഡി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ വേണമെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എഴുതാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആഡ് എ ബി സി. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് 11 plus 8 plus 18. That will be, of course, that will be 32. So 32 by 2. So what is that? 16. We got the value of s as what? 16. Is it clear for you? Yes. I prefer you just practice the same question thrice, then only you will get understood the method. Okay, so we got the value of s as 16. Now it's time to calculate the area by using Heron's formula. So area is equal to root of, write the formula. Okay, s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Then substitute the value of s. So here the value of s is given as 16. Then s is 16. Then s minus a means 16 minus a. What is a? 8. Then s minus b means 16 minus 11. No? Yes. Then s minus c means 16 minus 13, because a, b, c are given as 8, 11, 13. You may understood, no? 16 minus 13. Okay. Then it becomes 16. What is 16 minus 8? It's very simple. It's 8, no? Then 16 minus 11. It's 5, no? Yes. Then 16 minus 13. It's 3, no? Yes. Clear? See, so we reached this much, no? Then two ways are there. If you want, you just multiply all together, then calculate the square root. That means last day we calculate square root of some 36, no? In that way you can calculate. That means first method is you just take the product of 16, 8, 5, 3, then calculate the square root, no problem. But the thing is that if under the square root, if the number is a large number, then it is difficult to calculate square root. It was square root of 36 in the last question. We know what is square root of 36. It's very simple, 6. So we reached the answer very fastly. But here the problem is, if you multiply all together, we will get a little bit big number. Then how to calculate square root? There exists many methods, but still it will be time consuming, because in order to calculate square root, there exists some long division method. We already discussed in 8th standard. I'm not going to repeat it. But then then that method also, it is little bit lengthy. If you want, I will discuss that method also. Let me discuss that first, then we will go to the shortcut. I told you, to calculate the square root of a bigger number, that will be difficult. Anyway, I'm going to do that right now. Then there exists a shortcut method also. I will explain that. Then which method you like, you can choose that. Okay, so first of all, let me multiply all together and let me calculate the square root. 16, then 8 into 5 is 40, 40 into 3 is 120, 120 into 16, what will be that? 120 into 16, so 16 into 12 ചെയ്തിട്ട് 0 ഇട്ടാൽ പോരെ. Once again, see here, 5 into 3, see 8 into 5 is 40, 40 into 3 is 120, then 120 into 16. Okay, what is 120 into 16? You have to do that. Just take the product of 16 and 12, then just add a 0. That's enough. 16 into 12, then just add a 0. Answer is 1920. So the answer will be 1920. Okay, this will be the answer. And the problem is 1920 is not a perfect square like 36 or 144 or 49 or 81. What do you mean by perfect square? Perfect square means that, see, 36 is a perfect square. Why? Because square root of 36 we can calculate, because 6. Then 49 is a perfect square. Why? Because square root of 49 exists, that is 7. 100 is a perfect square. Why? Because square root of 100 exists, 10. But 7 is not a perfect square. Why? Because square root of 7, we cannot calculate square root of 7. 6 is not a perfect square, because square root of 6 not exist. But 9 is a perfect square, because square root of 9 is equal to 3. So you may understood what is the meaning of perfect square. The perfect square means 36 is a perfect square, 49 is a perfect square, 100 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square. Why? Because we can calculate the square root very easily. But 7, 6, square root of that number not exist. So they are not perfect square. So 1920 is a number like that. If you have any doubt, just calculate the square root. There won't be square root of 1920. That means it's not a perfect square. Okay, once again let me repeat. For example, if the number is square root of 81, we can write it as 9, because 81 is a perfect square. There exists square root. But 1920 is not a number like that. It is not a perfect square. So we can write answer as square root of 1920 itself. Okay, so you can finish the answer like this. Otherwise, we can simplify the answer one more step. Like, how you can write 1920? If I write, no, I will discuss one shortcut method. I prefer that. If you want, you can write like this and you can finish the answer like this, and you can stop here. Otherwise, I will explain one more shortcut method. I prefer this one. Always follow this method. I prefer this one because this is most convenient method. This method says that area is equal to square root of 16 into 8 into 5 into 3. Let me write that. 16 into 8 into 5 into 3. ഇത് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ ചെയ്തതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇവിടം വരെ എത്തി. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, ഇത് ജസ്റ്റ് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇവിടെ എത്തിയിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇവിടെ നിർത്താം. കാരണം ഇതിൻ്റെ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് നമുക്ക് കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഇവിടെ നിർത്താം. ഇനി അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടം വരെ നേരത്തെ എത്തിയ സ്റ്റെപ്പില്ലേ, അത് ഞാൻ ഒന്നും കൂടി എഴുതുന്നു. ഇനി ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് വേറൊരു ഷോർട്ട് കട്ട് മെത്തേഡാണ്. ഇത് ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ നല്ലത് ഇതാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ വരെ നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ എത്തിയ പോലെ എത്തി. ബാക്കി ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതുന്നതിന് പകരം ഒരു ഷോർട്ട് കട്ട് മെത്തേഡ് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് എങ്ങനെ എഴുതാൻ പറ്റുമെന്നാണ് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത്. ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചിരിക്കുക. സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് what this 16 I am going to write it as 8 into 2. Is there any problem? No, 8. I can write 16 as 8 into 2 because 8 into 2 is 16. So you can ask me a question, why Shibin sir you write 16 as 8 into 2? 16 we can write in many ways, 4 into 4, 16 into 1, all those things, isn't it? Why you wrote 16 as 8 into 2? There exists a reason, wait there. So 16 I wrote it as 8 into 2. Then this 8 I'm not going to change. Let me write this 8 as it is. Once again, instead of 16 I wrote 8 into 2 because 8 into 2 is 16. Then so this part is clear. Then this 8 as it is, I'm not going to write, I'm not going to split this 8. I'm going to write 8 as it is. Then this 5 as it is, this 3 as it is. That what will be the advantage? Square root of a into a, the answer will be a. I repeat, square root of a into a, the answer will be a. Then what will be square root of 2 into 2? Answer will be 2. What will be square root of 4 into 4? Answer will be 4. What is square root of 5 into 5? Answer will be 5. Is it clear? Is it clear for you? Yes. Then what will be square root of 8 into this 8? Answer will be 8, no? Why? Because I explained square root of two same number. If you want to calculate square root of the product of two same number, the answer will be that number. Like square root of 2 into 2 is 2. Just like that, square root of 8 into 8, two same number, isn't it? So just write 8. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൻ്റെ രണ്ടിൻ്റെയും സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് നമ്മൾ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു. അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥമാണ് നമുക്ക് ഇതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താ? വി ആർ സപ്പോസ് ടു അപ്ലൈ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഫോർ ദീസ് നമ്പേഴ്സ്. സോ വി നോ ദാറ്റ് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് a into a is a. So just like that, square root of 8 into 8, two same number, no? So you can write 8. So in order to get this advantage, I wrote 16 as 8 into 2. Because if I write 16 as 8 into 2, the two same number will be there. So square root of two same number will be any one of the number 8. Is it clear? Then square root of 8 into 8 is 8. Then this square root sign as it is, then this you are supposed to write the square root sign. നമ്മൾ 8 into 8 സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു. അത് നമ്മളിവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതി. എന്നിട്ട് വീണ്ടും സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് സൈൻ ഇടുക. ആ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് സൈൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ ബാക്കിയുള്ള നമ്പറൊക്കെ എഴുതുക. ഏതൊക്കെയാണ്? 2ഉം 5ഉം 3ഉം. ഇനി ഈ 5ന് വരെ 2 ആണെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് 2 into 2 8ൻ്റെ കൂടെ 8 into 2 എന്ന് എഴുതാം നിങ്ങൾക്ക്. ഉദാഹരണത്തിന് അത് അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ പറയാം. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇനിയും ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് വരും. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കൂടുതൽ മനസ്സിലാവും. ഉദാഹരണത്തിന് നിങ്ങൾ ഇത്രയും മാത്രം മനസ്സിലാക്കും. ഒരു ഉദാഹരണം പറയാം. സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് സം നിങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ സ്പ്ലിറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 എന്ന് എഴുതിയെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കാം. ഈ 2 കാണുമ്പോൾ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 2, അതാണ് എൻ്റെ ആൻസർ. ഈ രണ്ട് സെയിം 3ക്ക് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 3. അപ്പോൾ 2 into 3, ഇതിൻ്റെ ആൻസർ 6 ആയി വരിക. നിങ്ങൾ നോക്കിക്കേ, വാട്ട് ഈസ് 2 into 2? 4. വാട്ട് ഈസ് 3 into 3? 9. 9 into 4 36. സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് 36 6 തന്നെയല്ലേ? ഇത് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ ഈ ആൻസർ തന്നെയല്ലേ വരും? ഒന്നുകൂടെ പറഞ്ഞേ. ഇതിൻ്റെ ആൻസർ കാണാൻ വളരെ എളുപ്പമാണ്. രണ്ട് സെയിം നമ്പറിന് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ആ ഒരു നമ്പർ ഒറ്റ പ്രാവശ്യം എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 2 സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 2 എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. ഈ 3 സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 3 എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. ആൻസർ 6 ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പം മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് കാണുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ ഇങ്ങനെ കാണുന്നതാണ് എളുപ്പം. അതേ മെത്തേഡാണ് ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തത്. ദിസ് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് 8 into 8 will be 8. Then here 1 2 is there, 1 5 is there, 1 3 is there. We cannot do anything because two same number is, if two same number occur, then square root of that two same number will be any one of the number. But here it is 2, here it is 5, here it is 3. Nothing to do. So what you can do, just write the square root. Just draw the square root sign as it is. Then 2 5 3. Write it, or write all those number inside the square root. 2 into 5 into 3. Clear? So answer will be 8 root 2 into 5 10. 10 into 3 30. So answer will be 8 root 13. Let me check the answer. This will be the area, centimeter square. Since the units are in centimeter, this will be the area. Let me check the answer. So as I mentioned, this is a little bit difficult question. See, the answer is correct. 8 root 13. This is what is the answer. And this is a method. You may understood, no? So this is it. So I prefer you just practice the same question thrice, because this is very important question. Very means very important question. So please practice this thrice. I'm not going to discuss any question more, because now the time is almost, we consume some around 20 25 22 minutes for this video. So what I'm planning is I'm going to wind up the video session, and as I said, please practice the same question thrice. And for better understanding, let me explain one more question for you. Not one more question, how to operate here. Okay, I will give you one more example. Okay, this method, no, this method, let me give you one more example for better clarification. For example, this is just an example for better clarification. Suppose after the calculation, suppose if we reached here some 16 into 4 into then some 2 into 6. Okay, suppose we reached here, then how we can calculate? Just write this 16 as some 4 into 4. Why? Because there exists the presence of 4. So what I did, I tried to express 16 as I tried to express this 16 as some in terms of 4 or 2 or 6. So what I did, I just wrote 16 as some 4 into 4. Okay, then this 4 I maintain as it is. Then this 2 I maintain as it is. Instead of this 6, I write 2 into 3. You will get the advantage now. What? Sorry. What will be the advantage? What is square root of 4 into 4? 4. What is square root of 2 into 2? 2. കണ്ടോ? അപ്പോൾ ആ രണ്ട് നമ്പർ നമ്മൾ രണ്ട് സെയിം നമ്പറിന് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ ആ ഒരൊറ്റ നമ്പർ അങ്ങ് എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. ഈ രണ്ട് സെയിം നമ്പറിന് സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് നമ്മൾ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുക. സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് 4 ഇൻറ്റു 4 4. സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് 2 ഇൻറ്റു 2 2. ദെൻ ഈ 4-ന് ഇനി പേരുണ്ടോ? 4-ന് ഒരുപോലെയുള്ള നമ്പർ വേറെ ഉണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. 3-ക്ക് ഒരുപോലെയുള്ള നമ്പർ വേറെ ഉണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക? അത് രണ്ടും ആ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട്സ് അതിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ അങ്ങ് എഴുതുക. 4 into 3 12. You understood, no? Yes. So answer will be 8 root 12 in this case. One more example. We will solve one more example, then you will get a proper idea. See, suppose if we reached here some 16, no, not 16, 18 into some 3 into 9. How we can do this? See, you just tell me how you can write 18. 18 you can write in many ways, product of many numbers, but you should think about when you write 18 as product of some number, we need to create the presence of two same numbers. In that way you should write. Suppose if I write 18 as 9 into 2, I wrote 18 as 9 into 2, then this 3, many ways you can write. This is just my technique, you just find your own technique. Okay, then this 3 as it is, and just write this 9 as some. I'm going to write 9 as it is. I wrote 3 as it is, then I wrote 9 as it is. Then I'm going to apply the square root now. What is square root of 9 into 9? 9. See, two same number, apply square root 9. Okay, then there is no pair for 2, there is no pair for 3. So draw the square root sign, then multiply. 2 into 3 is 6. So 9 root 6 will be the answer. This is the method. You understood, no? So as I mentioned, please watch the video properly and practice the same question. This is a little bit difficult question, and this is a little bit difficult to digest, that's why. So please practice well, and if you feel any doubt, just call me and clarify your doubts, and through the next video session we will go to a little more advanced question. More advanced questions are waiting for you. This is very simple question, but in order to simplify the values under the square root sign, we may, if you are going to apply the same method which we applied just now, that is going to be very easy for you. Practice well. Thank you.